And love, family, peace, and love. Alright? What's up? It's your boy JGiddins the Father. As usual, remember to be positive, optimistic. Keep positive people in your circle, as those three things are key to ensuring positivity is invited into your future, right? For anybody who has been following me, you already know that about 3 days ago, I embarked on a journey to go ahead and read the Bible from beginning to end. I am reading a book a day, right? And every day that I finish a book, I'm getting on here and I'm going to briefly summarize it and just kind of give you guys some information regarding the book. I read Genesis first, all 50 chapters. Then I read Exodus, all, 40 chapters. Then I read Leviticus, which was 36 chapters. Or no, 27 chapters. And then I just finished today the book of Numbers, which was 36 chapters. Okay, I want to go over this with you. Now today, I want to let y'all know, right? For anybody watching this video, peace and love to you, Tiny Rich. This one going to be a little bit of a doozy, okay? Because listen, the book of Numbers, boy. Listen, the book of Numbers took me for a ride today, y'all. Listen. I'm telling y'all, this Bible is like watching a fucking season of Walking Dead or something. Like, listen. It's so much information and there's so much that's happening. It's like a new season every time I finish a book. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of information I want to get into. When I first started, and we're going to get to it in a second, I'm letting people come in and I'm also just kind of warming y'all up to it now. And this is probably going to be 2 parts. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm thinking it's going to take me around an hour, if not longer, to go over this now. I'm not going to do a full review of the book because obviously it would take too long to do that. I could, we'd be all day with that. But I did highlight quite a few sections of this book because the book of Numbers, like I said, was a pretty insightful book. And it has a lot of things in there that I wanted to speak on. Tiny Rich, can you do me a favor, family? Can you comment for me and let me know that you can hear me? Just confirm for me that you can hear me because I got the... What's up, Scar 702 came in, Dwayne Hicks 344. Just confirm for me that you can hear me. Cause I got my phone like set up with something in front of it and I don't know if it's blocking my mic. Okay, you can hear me, okay? Alright, that's good. I'm trying to project my voice to make sure too. What's up, Mark Manifesting 4441, love to you, family. Alright? So again, I have completed the book of Numbers. I went through and I highlighted some sections. There's some chapters in this book. Again, there's 36 chapters in the book of Numbers. There's some chapters that I'm gonna just read the whole chapter with y'all because it was so much information that, like, you know what I'm saying? And what I actually want to do, hold on, I want to send this out to a couple people because there's a couple people who I noticed been actually caring about what I'm talking about. So let me send this out to a couple people in particular that I know may want to go over this information or may want to know about it. Okay. And I ask that y'all share too, if y'all, if y'all don't mind, like if it's something that you may be interested in at all. Feel free to share it with somebody or just let them know that we are live. What's up, Sliced of Life? I actually just, Sliced of Life, I actually just sent you to live because I figured you would want to get in here. I'm going to give it probably about, well, we only been live 3 minutes. I went live at 9:33 purposely. It's 9:36 right now, 9:37 now. So we only been live for 4 minutes. I'm gonna give it until 9:40, right? I'm gonna give it until 9:40 and let people come in. And I just wanna, so we got another 3 minutes. I'm gonna wait just to see, if I can get people in here, and then we're gonna go because I got a couple highlights that I want to go over with y'all, and some stuff that I just wanted to talk about, right? And we're gonna this is not a full review because the book of Numbers, like I said, if you was reviewing a book that was 36 chapters, obviously it would take quite some energy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to take that much energy to do this, but I'm going to go over quite a bit of information. And anybody, and a lot of people, you might say, well, I already know the Bible bullshit, which I know it is too. But I'm learning, I'm covering and reading the Bible because I want to be able to refute these people who want to try to validate the Bible and then use the excuse of, well, you didn't read it, so you don't know, to me, right? So I'm not only reading the Bible front to back, 1 book a day, I'm documenting it. So therefore, even if somebody do have something to say, I can go back to my own video, like, wait a second, well, maybe I misunderstood something. You know what I'm saying? And I will be reading some chapters back. Once I finish this Bible, and we about to get going in 2 minutes, y'all. 1 minute and counting, right? Once I finish this entire Bible, once I finish the entire thing, what's up, Juicy Fady? I don't know if you still in here. What's up, Sheik Shakina Maria? What's up, Green Light 4444? Shout out to y'all. As long as you're not a bot and you're a real person, that's why I really appreciate. That's why I really appreciate the people who like to comment and who like to make themselves, make it known that they not a bot. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're talking about this type of information, you're going to start attracting people who are kind of like haters. You know what I'm saying? You got some people who, they don't want this information out there, or they want to be the ones to present it. So if you try to present it, they don't like that. So they want to get mad at you, or you know what I'm saying? And all of that stuff is crazy, man. That's why I'm doing this. And I would like y'all to do the same thing so that it's not one person doing it. Because once it's one person doing it, then that gives them a target. Like, oh, I don't like him. You know what I mean? You said I'm currently rereading the Bible with your videos. Okay, yeah. Do that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. It's 9:39. All right. So peep this, right? So the book of Numbers, right? Let me first off just kind of review briefly with y'all, right? So the book of Genesis is the origin story, right? This tells you all about Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel, Seth, Noah, Ham, Abraham, Isaac, Jebus, tells you about all of the people, right? Tells you the origin story, the tree of life, all of that, creating the earth. Exodus kind of picks up where Genesis left off, with them being in Egypt and them exiting Egypt, and, God giving them a template to leave Egypt and preparing them for the journey he was about to take them on and all that good stuff, right? Leviticus kind of started getting into ritualism, offerings, sacrifices, all of that kind of stuff is what Leviticus was, you know what I mean? And that was pretty much like teaching you how to honor God, you know what I mean? And then you have the book of Numbers, which I just completed today, right? Which there are, for those who don't know, 36 chapters of, right? Now, the book of Numbers, right? Let's go ahead and, now I highlighted, I'm going to let y'all know, I'm going to prepare y'all, right? I'm prepare y'all real quick. I highlighted quite a bit in this. Number one, because I have gotten a bit more used to saving information or highlighting information to speak to y'all about, and it was more that I wanted to talk about. All right, so we're gonna have quite a bit, but I'm gonna try to move through it because I don't want to make it too long. You know what I mean? Or I don't want to take too much of your energy. Now listen, the book of Numbers pretty much, like as you see, it starts off right, and the Lord spake into. Now I highlighted what I'm gonna actually be reading and going over, but I'm just doing this real quick to give you a quick intro. And the Lord spake into Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, right? They're talking about Mount Sinai. This is basically the Caucasus Mountains, right? This is the Caucasus region and the Caucasus Mountains in the area of Turkey and such, right? But the wilderness of Sinai and the tabernacle of the congregation, right? Now, for those who don't know, a tabernacle is basically it's like a mobile church. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a place of worship that you can take with you, right? That's what the tabernacle is. It's a place of sacrifice, to be honest with you. All right. But so this is letting you know that this is what this book is about to be about. You know what I mean? All right. So they start off by listing all of the tribes, as you see, right? Right? With you there shall be a man of every tribe, right? Y'all know the 12 tribes, right? Of the Israelites, right? You got Reuben, you know what I mean? Simon, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, you know what I mean? Benjamin. So Dan, Asher, right? Now, so let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight I'm going to read some of my highlights and then just kind of let the conversation go from there, right? Now, once I read this will remind me. Now, mind y'all, this took me all day to read, okay? This 36 chapters, so I don't remember exactly why I highlighted different things, but I'm going to read the highlight and it's going to come back to me and then I'll start to, you know what I mean? So, but the Levites, now, when they're talking about the Levites, they're talking about, this is Moses's father, okay? Levi is Moses's father. When you are a descendant of someone, right? So for those who don't know, when they say but the Levites, they're talking about Moses's father, okay? Because Moses was the child that was born in Egypt, when the Israelites were so-called being captured by the Egyptians, right? Because there was a new Egyptian that took the place of the Pharaoh that had approved Joseph, who went there, right? But basically there was a decree in Egypt. Y'all can look at my other video. This took place at the end of Genesis, early Leviticus, right? But basically, let me just put y'all D real quick with where Moses came from. Basically, they claim, and this is all bullshit, but they claim that Egypt was holding the Israelites hostage and they was being enslaved or whatever. Now, Joseph was accepted into Egypt initially by the Pharaoh because he had did some stuff to get approval, but that Pharaoh died. When that Pharaoh died, there was another Pharaoh that came after him. That Pharaoh was like, oh no, fuck y'all, I don't fuck with y'all. So he ordered supposedly that and I'm gonna touch on why this is bullshit later on in this, but he ordered that all of the man-childs of the Israelites be killed. Or they called them the Canaanites, whatever they called them. We talking about Caucasoids, okay? We talking about God's people, because that ain't our God, okay? But they ordered that all of those people, the man children, be killed. Moses was a man child, okay? He was born from Levi, okay? This is where Moses came from, all right? Now his dad was Levi. So when they say Levites, they're talking about descendants of Moses' father, okay? All right, let's keep going. Now, but the Levites after the tribe of their fathers were not numbered among them, right? So basically, they're telling you that up here, where they was going through all of the different tribes, the Levites are not a part of this. That's all this is telling you right here. I'm trying to figure out why I highlighted this. There was a reason for there's a method to my madness here. All right, but the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. And y'all, listen, we gonna get into some stuff, all right? So don't think, oh, this sound boring, okay? Listen, just chill, all right? It's the first book, like it's the first chapter. Chill, you know what I'm saying? All right, but the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them, right? For the Lord had spoken unto Moses, saying, only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony, right? And over all the vessels thereof, and over all things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp around the tabernacle. Now, what this is basically saying is that all of these people, they going to war. This is what you got to understand. They preparing for war, okay? They counted up all of the people. This is why this is called numbers. This is God numbering the people that he about to go conquer this land with, okay? So they basically telling you that these is all the tribes, but the Levites are basically like royalty, right? Their job, they're not amongst the warriors. Their job was to protect the tabernacle. Right? So that's what they're saying, and I think that's why I highlighted that, because I wanted to let y'all know that, okay? So let's go to the next one. Let me see. And the tabernacle set forward. Yeah, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up, okay? Yeah, there was a war in Israel, because they basically went around, we're going to get into that, but they went around, to different kingdoms, conquering everything. Day Mahogany, if you still in here, comment something for me, because I would be really interested to know whether or not you stayed in here. I don't think you did, but if you did, comment for me just so I can know whether or not you have stayed in here. But let's keep going. Let's keep on going. Let me pin your comment, Slice of Life, because that's facts. War in Israel, right? This is telling you about that. All right. I don't know if I highlighted every page. See, this page I didn't highlight anything, because at this point it's pretty much just telling you, it's just information. I don't want to waste a lot of our energy with this. So when I read through this, if it wasn't something that I felt like was completely necessary, I didn't highlight it. And all this is doing is just letting you know furthermore how they numbered the people. Okay. It's just telling you, these are all members of the tribes, children of the members of the tribes, captains, they're just telling you who was who. All right, in the war. And that's not something that I really care to go over, because I'm not reading this Bible to educate myself or to learn anything from it. I'm reading this Bible so I can help prove to people that it's bullshit as it relates to the indigenous people of this planet. Because I already know it is. I'm just trying to help people see. All right. But anyway, let's keep on going. Okay. So what did I highlight? All right. I highlighted this. All right. So let's read this. Let me see where this takes us. All right. And the Lord spake. And when they say spake, right, that's past tense for spoke, right? So they're just telling you that he spoke to Moses. But All right. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, and I behold, I have taken the Levites, right? Again, the Levites are descendants of Levi, right? Which is Moses' father, right? And I behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, right? Instead of all the firstborn that openeth the matrix among the children of Israel, therefore the Levites shall be mine. So he's basically letting you know why he put the Levites above all of the other tribes. Y'all remember? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Remember when in the beginning, look, let's just reference it real quick. Remember right here, he listed all of the tribes. This is God's people. These are not us, but this is God's people. Okay. And this, listen, we're going to get into some stuff. This book tells you that there's more gods, and it tells you that there were more gods when this was going on. All right. We're going to get into that if y'all can hold still. All right. But listen, let's go back to where we was though. All right. So, all right. Now, so he's basically describing to you that the Levites are his, right? And he's saying that they are his because this was a firstborn. Moses was a firstborn, right? And he was saved. Now, because of the and this is why, like, Jehovah, like, if y'all listen, when you read this Bible, you figure out a lot about these different religions, right? This is where Jehovah's Witness come from, right? Because Moses is the only prophet that God said his name to, right? Because when God was talking to Jacob, he didn't tell Jacob his name. He didn't tell Noah his name. He didn't tell Abraham his name, but he told Moses his name, which was Jehovah, supposedly, right? And this is why Jehovah's Witness, they swear by Moses, right? But look, let's keep going. Because all the firstborn are mine, for on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast mine shall they be. I am the Lord, right? First of all, I don't like that. Like, you look how they talk, you know what I'm saying? This is your God. So proprietary, you know what I'm saying? You're a slave, bro. But basically, he's telling you that all of the firstborn of Israel are the ones that he really fuck with, okay? And Moses is the firstborn of Levi, right? Hence the Levites being amongst the chosen people of him, right? Let's keep on going. I skipped all of this because all they doing is just letting you know more about the Levites, right? But it ain't necessary. Let's just keep on going. All right. The families of the Gershonites, right? Now the Gershonites are those that are from Gershon, right? Gershon was the family of the Libanites or the Libnites, right? And the family of the Shemites, right? Which came from Shem, right? Just know that when they say something, you know what I'm saying? Like, my last name is Giddins, right? I would be the Giddinites or the Gideonites. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you see that, just know that there's somebody with that name that was the firstborn, and everybody after them is who they talking about. Okay. So the family, peace to you, family. What's up, Big Smith? One love to you, family. I appreciate you coming in. Now, the families of the Gershonites shall pitch behind the tabernacle westward, right? So what this is doing, right? Well, let me read all of this and then summarize. All right. The families of the Gershonites shall pitch behind the tabernacle westwards, right? And the chief of the house of the father of the Gershonites shall be Eliasaph, the son of Israel, right? My apologies, the son of Lael, right? And the charge of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation shall be the tabernacle and the tent, the covering thereof, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, right? And the hangings of the court and the curtain for the door of the court, which is by the tabernacle, and by the altar round about, and the cords of it for all the service thereof, right? Now, what this essentially is just doing is describing to you what the people who are manning the tabernacle are going to be doing. Okay. Remember the Levites, right? So he's just describing to you what they're going to be doing. And I really just highlighted this because I wanted to show y'all that he was giving certain people roles over other people. Okay. For everybody who's in here, there's probably going to be a part 2 to this. Okay. Cause I don't think I'm gonna be able to cover all of this in the 45 minutes that we have left. I might, I don't know. Let's try to go through. Right. So, all right. Thou shalt even take 5 shekels apiece by the pole. After the shekel of the sanctuary shalt thou take them, right? The shekel is 20 gerahs, right? Gerahs is a currency that they were using at the time, right? Coins or whatever. And thou shalt give the money wherewith the odd number of them is to be redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons. Aaron is Moses' right hand man. He's like the priest. He's like the guy that cause Moses decided when they was on Mount Sinai that he didn't want to talk directly to the congregation. So he picked Aaron to speak for him. Just for those who don't know, Hence the word Aaron boy. But look, and Moses took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Levites, right? So basically, he collected the money, gave the money to Moses, right? They called it the redemption money. He collected it, right? Y'all know the collection plate that happens in church, right? It's the same thing. They was doing this in the tabernacle, right? This is listing what they was doing in the tabernacle. Just showing y'all this so you know, right? Of the firstborn of the children of Israel took he the money, 1,303 score. 3 score means 60. For those who don't know, okay? 3 score means 60. You got to research this stuff as you're doing it, because the Bible is written sort of in code sometimes, right? But 3 score and 5 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, right? And Moses gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons according to the word of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses, right? All right. So that's all I got for chapter 3, right? Now, the reason I believe I highlighted this was because, give me a second, y'all, to breathe real quick. The reason I think I highlighted that was because I wanted to show you the similarities of what happens today in church and what was taking place in this Bible all the way back then. It's the same shit. Because everything that's happening in the book of Numbers is kind of still happening today. You're going to see as we go through. All right, now there's 36 chapters. That's from 3. All right. Peace to you, Jeff from the Valley. One love. All right. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, take the sum of the sons of Kohath, right? Kohath he's one of the Israelites, right? The Kohathites are those who are descended from him. Take the sum of the sons of Kohath and from among the sons of Levi, after their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation, right? So again, this is just, yes, I'm saving these lives and I'm also adding them to YouTube. Now, this is pretty much just, this was just me reconfirming for you again that the same shit that y'all see that's happening today in church, what they doing, they collecting stuff on the collection plate, right? This is tithes and offering. That's what this is, tithes and offering, okay? But they was doing it back then. This is when he was preparing his soldiers for war, okay? This is what he was doing to, prepare, all right? Let's keep on going. Because we ain't get juicy yet. Listen, I want to forewarn y'all, it's gonna get juicy, all right? This getting juicy. This shit like a movie, man. I was so pumped up reading this shit today. I was supposed to watch Black Panther 2. I didn't even end up watching it because I wanted to read this shit, all right? Bear with me for a minute, y'all. All right, let's get to it. All right, so, and when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary and all the vessels, right? Because look, these was instructions that Aaron was given, right? Because Aaron was given instructions by Moses, who was given instructions by God, of course, in terms of how to set it up. Because this is where their ritual practice is going to be. See how they say put badger skins, right? Cloth the color of blue, right? Lamps, tongs, candlesticks, right? They were setting all of this up. I'm not gonna go through all of this, but it's cloth of scarlet, right? If y'all paid attention in Leviticus where he was showing y'all how to summon him and how to do different offerings and rituals, these are the things that you need. I just didn't go into all of that, but just know that that's what he was telling Aaron to do. All right, so I just highlighted this. All right, look. Now, and when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary and all the vessels of the sanctuary as the camp is to set forward after that, the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it, right? But they shall not touch any holy thing lest they die. These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation, right? So their job was to not touch anything, but just make sure that everything was set up correctly to move forward, right? And to the, bear with me, all right. And to the office of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, right? Eleazar is Aaron's son. And he's going to be, there's something that happens with him. We're going in this book, but look, and to the office of Eleazar. And when they say office, they saying like what your role is. Like, in church, how you got a bishop, you know what I'm saying? You got a deacon, right? That they're talking about what he did, right? And to the office, or what his role, what his job was, right? What his official ability, or purpose was. Okay. And to the office of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, pertaineth the oil for the light and the sweet incense, and the daily meat offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and of all that therein is in the sanctuary and in the vessels thereof, right? So that was what Eleazar's job was, right? That was what his job was, all right? So let's keep on going. That's just helping y'all understand the level of structure that was taking place with all of this. Slice of Life said, in today's church, we got an altar and we over the spell books. Exactly. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same thing. All right. Let's keep on going. All right. All right. So look here. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, when a man or woman shall commit any sin that men commit. Listen. All right. So it's kind of coming back to me why I selected this. They hate women in this book. All right. They really have a disdain for women. Like, I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's because this is Greek culture, and this comes from, the Romans and the Greeks, which is why you have the Roman Catholic Church running everything. But just know they really hate women. And you're about to see how right here. Look, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, when a man or woman shall commit any sin that men commit, to do that men commit. They basically saying if you do something that man does. So when they say that men commit, that's the plural version of man, like just humans, right? To do a trespass against, and they talking about a trespass ritual, right? A trespass offering. If y'all read the last one, let me read the whole thing. I keep stopping myself. Speaking to the children of Israel, when a man or woman shall commit any sin that men commit, to do a trespass against the Lord, and that person be guilty, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and he shall recompense his trespass with the principal thereof, and they talking about the principality, right? The principal thereof, and add unto it the fifth part thereof, and give it unto him against whom he hath trespassed, right? But if the man have no kinsman to recompense the trespass unto, let the trespass be recompensed unto the Lord, even to the priest, beside the ram of the atonement, whereby an atonement shall be made for him. And every offering of the holy things of the child of Israel, or the children of Israel, which they bring unto the priest, shall be his. And every man's hallowed thing shall be his, whatsoever any man giveth the priest, it shall be his, right? Now what this is saying, right, before I go down to here, what this is basically saying, right, is when somebody commit a sin, they need to do a ritual. They need to do what you call a trespass offering, right? And then at that point, they will be atoned. If their trespass is not against a person, right? Meaning if you didn't steal from somebody, sleep with somebody's wife or husband, or do something to somebody, then you shall be your recompense unto the Lord. So whatever you have is going to go to the Lord. And down here, it's going to show you that the priest is going to accept thy offerings on behalf of the Lord, I believe. But let's keep going. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, right? Why do I feel like I read this before? Because they just repeating what they said in Leviticus. A lot of this was in Leviticus. A man lie with her carnally, right? And carnally just means like to look at somebody lustfully, right? Lays with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept closed, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner, right? And the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, right? I'm about to show y'all how this is so disrespectful against women, right? This is so disrespectful against women. And the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her. The 10th part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon. For it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance, right? Now, they're talking, I'm not going to go into detail about what they mean by 10th part, what all of that is, but these are just different parts of rituals that you can do in order to either give, ask for, to repent to God, or to give, love and respect to God, or ask for, for some sort of help from a being, right? This is ritualism. This is communicating with the God, which you can do. There's many gods out there. But look at this. What this is saying to you is that if any man think his wife is doing something, he can bring her to a priest and make the priest do this to her. And she can't do nothing about it. It just says if the spirit of jealousy come across a man. So if I got a wife, you know what I'm saying? Let me take a second and just help y'all understand how fucked up this is. So if I got a wife and I just say, bitch, I think you cheating on me. Come on, we going down to the church. And you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. We're gonna describe, look, we're gonna see a little bit more what they gonna do and what'll happen if your ass think you not gonna go. This for all my women out there who worship Christianity. Y'all not worth shit to the Bible. I just want you to know that. So your God don't give a fuck about you if you're a female, in this book. Look. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord, right? This is describing what's going to happen, right? And what's going to happen if she try not to. You said they some sick folks and them gods are wicked. Yeah. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord and uncover the woman's head and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering, right? This is called a jealousy offering. There's several kinds of offerings, okay? There's a trespass offering. There's a willful offering that you can just do. There's the Thanksgiving offering, which is what Thanksgiving is about, you know what I mean? But look, this is called a jealousy offering. So any man with a woman who's in this Bible can bring his woman forth to a priest for this offering, right? All right, but this is called a jealousy offering. And the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causeth the curse, right? So basically he's going to put a curse on her, right? Now look, and the priest shall charge her by an oath and say unto the woman, if no man have lain with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of thy husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causeth the curse. So he basically saying, look, I'm going to give you this water that's going to curse you. And if you ain't really do it, then you ain't going to be cursed, right? But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, and some man have lain with thee beside thine husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing. And the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people, when the Lord doth make thy thigh to rot and thy belly to swell, right? So basically, this is basically telling you that this is what the curse is going to do to her. It's going to make her belly swell, her thighs rot, right? It's going to cause a curse in her. And this water that causeth the curse shall go into thy bowels, right, in her stomach, to make thy belly to swell and thy thigh to rot. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen, right? And the priest shall write these curses in a book. And he shall, you hear what he's doing? He's writing a spell. He's casting a spell on her. Y'all follow what's happening here? He's casting a spell on her. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causeth the curse. And the water that causeth the curse shall enter into her and become bitter. Then the priest shall take the jealousy offering out of the woman's hand and shall wave the offering before the Lord and offer it upon the altar. Okay? Now listen, this is magic. This is magic. It might not sound like it because it sounds like for art thou and thy wickedness and all of this, but this is magic. They're casting a spell and they're using water because water has a high vibration to carry out intent, right? So when you speak, that's a vibration that's coming out. Remember, words are spells. And when you use water, it intensifies that vibration, right? And he's speaking a spell, a conjuring spell to conjure up a curse into the water that he's going to put into this woman, right? And and the spell that he's casting is one that's going to allow the curse to not affect her if her vibration does not sync with it. And her vibration to sync with it would have to be her guilt from what she did, right? Y'all got to understand the science behind this, right? So if she's guilty, you feel a certain way when you're guilty. Think about a lie detector test. When they give you a lie detector test, they're measuring your organs, movement, your vibration. That's what that thing is doing. It's measuring like the seismic thing of the earth, right? It's measuring your vibration, right? When they give you these tests, right? So what's going to happen is this water that has this curse, this vibration is going to go into her. And if she vibrates in a way that is consistent, truth serum, right? If she vibrates in a way that's consistent with that curse, what it's looking for in her, it's going to make her sick. And if she does not, meaning she is free of guilt, she didn't do it, she's going to be good, right? So this is just the science for people who think that this is just like made up and this is just like some old Hollywood shit. This is not made up. It is not made up. Magic is real. And Christianity is complete magic, curses, spells, rituals, offering. That's all Christianity is. It's spell casting. All right. So let's keep on going. All right. So this is basically telling you that in Christianity, any man can bring his wife to a priest, and this priest can do this jealousy offering on her. Okay? This is what you call a jealousy offering. All right? See, people don't read the Bible, so they don't know this shit. You worship in a religion and you don't know shit about what you worshiping. That's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when you, in words of vibrations and words of spells, so when you saying shit like, you know, oh my God, I love God, worship God and all of that shit, you are casting over yourself. Especially when you go into a church. When you go into a church, that's sacred geometry, bro. Listen, let me give y'all a tip real quick. Sacred geometry, right? Y'all know what geometry is, right? Geometry is shapes, right? Geometry is shapes and how shit is moving, right? So if shit is shaped like, if I make something shaped like this, right, and you pour water on it, if you pour water on the top of this, it has to move in a certain way. It's going to go this way or that way. It's going to go around these things, right? Sacred geometry, and the word sacred means divine. So it's talking about quantum physics, metaphysics, right? It's talking about higher power. When you take atoms, quantum physics, subatomic particles, and you move them into shapes, that's called sacred geometry. And when you do that, you change the way vibration goes through the air. This is what magic is. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Okay? If that makes any sense. If it don't, then this is not the live for me to explain that to you. But I'm just helping you understand what happened. All right, let's keep on going. This is the law of jealousy or jealousies, right? So this is called the law of jealousies. How many people you want to bet is devout Christians and love Christianity and they ain't never heard of the law of jealousies? I bet you didn't, because you don't know shit about Christianity. I bet you 90% of the congregations in Christianity don't know shit about Christianity. You don't know shit about it. All you know is what the priests tell you. And the priest goes, listen, let's keep going because I'm going to take up too much time with this, too much energy. All right, this is the law of jealousies. When a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled. Or when the spirit of jealousy, you hear what they say? The spirit of jealousy come upon him, right? A spirit. Y'all got to understand something. This is what happens when you drink. For all my people who like to drink alcohol, spirits. That's why they call it wine and spirits. The word alcohol is derived from al-ghul, which is a spirit that gets inside you, right? But when you drink and you drink your EKG, your electromagnetic frequency, aka your aura weakens, and then spirits can get inside of you. This is why when somebody get drunk, you say they act in a way that you don't understand or they seem like they don't know you. That's because that's not them. Listen, I want y'all to see me when I say this. When somebody get drunk, that's not them. That's not them. I know your brain probably can't conceive that if you think magic ain't real. And this is why I'm trying to help y'all understand it so you can stop playing these games with your life and thinking that this shit around you is real. We live in a magical universe. Like, y'all gonna see it up. But look, let's keep on going. All right. So look, let me see what else I highlighted. Let's keep on going. Oh, one love to you, Jeff from the Valley. I appreciate you. Let me pin that because I appreciate you saying that. Look, my family, Goddess Falana G said we get it. She like, all right, Joe, we get it. All right, just keep going. But everybody might not get it. I ain't highlight nothing in this, y'all. And that's because this was probably, look at this, a wave offering. I ain't gonna go into what that is, but listen, just know that this Bible is full of offerings, rituals and stuff. I ain't gonna go into that. I didn't highlight nothing here, so I guess it wasn't nothing I felt worth talking about. Let's keep on going. At least on this, right? But when I finish this Bible, listen, let me tell y'all something. Cause I'm gonna read this entire Bible front to back, every book. Once I'm done the entire Bible, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to actually read the entire Bible. I'm going to do probably like like a 2-3 hour live every couple days or however often I have the energy to do it, and I'm gonna read the entire Bible and decipher the entire Bible. The only reason I don't want to do that now is because there may be certain context that's missing right now, right? Like they're gonna bring up Joshua in this book, but I haven't gotten to the book of Joshua. For those who don't know, Joshua means Yeshua. That's who these people who believe in Yeshua are talking about, right? Joshua in Greek means Jehoshua, right? So Joshua in Greek is Jehoshua. Jehoshua converts to Yeshua in Hebrew, right? So Yeshua is Joshua. That's what they're talking about. But I haven't gotten to the book of Joshua yet, so I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying I want to make sure I read the entire Bible before I go through the whole thing and decipher it. Let's keep on going. All right, because I'm getting off track. All right, so we on chapter 7. All right. Now, that the princes of Israel, heads of the house of their fathers, why did I highlight this? Whatever. All right. That the princes of Israel, heads of the house of their fathers, who were the princes of the tribes, right? And they talking about those tribes in the beginning, remember? All right. For those who watching this back, watch the beginning, or who just came in, watch the beginning, watch it back. You can see where the tribes are. Or if you got the Bible yourself, or you want to download this app and follow through with me, you can do that. I would highly recommend y'all do that. All you got to do is download this app, the King James Version Bible. Okay. But anyway, the princes of Israel, heads of the house of their fathers, who were the princes of the tribes and were over them that were numbered, offered, right? And they brought their offering. So they're basically telling you that these offerings, there was an offering. I should have highlighted this too. Hold on. And it came to pass on the day that Moses had fully set up the tabernacle and had anointed it and sanctified it, that all the instruments thereof and the altar vessel was set up and had anointed them and sanctified them. All right. So they're basically telling you that after everything was set up and sanctified, what's up, God? Is everything good? Okay. They basically telling you that after everything was set up and anointed, the princes of Israel, right, which are the princes of the tribes, they offered, right? And they brought their offering before the Lord, 6 covered wagons, 12 oxen, right? Which are oxes, right? A wagon for 2 of the princes, right? And for each one an ox, right? And they brought them before the tabernacle. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, take it to them, take it of them. See, Moses is the one that was collecting on the Lord's behalf, right? He said the Bible is filled with nothing but curses and hexes. Yes, exactly. And ritual practices and offerings. Take it to them that they may be to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt give them unto the Levites, to every man according to his service, right? Now, if y'all following, the reason that they're giving it to the Levites is because remember what? The Levites was the one that God had tasked with managing the tabernacle, right? So it's to be given to them so that they can disperse it amongst, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't go over every single thing, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Janelle? I see Janelle just came in here. One love to you guys. You're going to have to watch this back to get the first drop, but you know, we on chapter 7. I didn't highlight every chapter, but you know, we're going over some stuff, all right? You missed a little bit, but it's all good, all right? So we just talking about here, how the princes was the ones that made offerings to the tabernacle, which was collected on behalf of God through Moses, right? And distributed throughout the tabernacle by the Levites, right? The Levites, just to tell you real quick, you said you'll rewatch, but just to tell you real quick, the Levites are descendants of Levi, which is Moses' father, right? Who gave birth to Moses, or conceived Moses in Egypt when they was being so-called enslaved, which is bullshit, but so-called enslaved by pharaohs. We would never do no silly shit like that. But let's keep on going. And the Lord said unto Moses, They shall offer their offering, each prince on his day, for the dedicating of the altar. And he that offered his offering the first day was Nashon, the son of Amminadab, of the tribe of Judah, right? So of the tribe of Judah, there was the firstborn son, right? Amminadab, right? And his offering was one of silver charger. The weight thereof was 130 shekels, and silver bowl 70. Why did I highlight this, bro? Because I think the only reason that I highlighted this was just to show y'all that they was doing the same shit that you do in church right now. So for all of my people who watch church or who go to church, just know that when you giving your tithes and offering, this is what that is, okay? This is what an offering is. See, a lot of us, we go to church, right? This is just so I could take a quick break. You go to church, right, and they say, pass up the tithes and offerings. They pass around. Remember they said a silver bowl, right? They said a silver bowl. They pass around the bowl. You put your stuff in there, right? And we just look at it like, oh, it's just an offering, you know, something to help the church for the building fund and all of that, right? But this is a ritualistic practice. It is. Remember when they had you eat the blood of Jesus Christ and all of that? Because they sacrificed them? And I ain't even get there yet. But I just know from reading this shit that that's what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to get to it, y'all. If y'all follow me, we're going to get to all of these books. And I can't wait, y'all. This shit is like, listen, this shit is like a season of The Walking Dead to me. Like, I'm so excited to get to the next book. Honestly, I'm going to start how many, look, let me see something real quick, y'all. How many, in Deuteronomy, how many chapters in there? 34. All right. Yeah, I can't wait to do Deuteronomy. All right. So look, let's go back. All right. You said the church stole all the black folks' money. All right. So let's keep on going. They show you also that they sacrificed a bullock. For those who don't know what a bullock is, that's just a cow. It's a bull. And they call it a bullock when they cut his balls off, when they castrate it. So a bullock is a castrated bull. That's all it is. One ram, one lamb, of the first year for a burnt offering, right? That's another type of offering, a burnt offering, right? That's when you burn it and you offer it to the Lord through the burning, right? And there's the metaphysical science, the quantum physical science behind that. When you burn something, you're converting a state of matter from solid to what? To gas, right? It goes from solid to liquid to gas. That's why when something burns, you see it melt down and then it evaporates, right? Like water is a good example, right? Water goes from liquid to gas, right? And the reason being is that there are beings that exist. Let me give a drop real quick. If y'all don't want to hear this, fast forward if you're watching it back. If you're watching it right now, just give me a second, because some people might actually be interested in this. Because I study metaphysics as well as quantum physics, okay? I got a lot of insight on a lot of things. And you really should have that while you're reading this, otherwise you can get confused, right? But in science, in metaphysics or in quantum physics, atoms, as we described before, subatomic particles, when they convert from different states of matter, beings exist on different levels of vibration, right? This is where ghosts come from, right? So when you hear something and you like, what is that? But you can't see it, there's somebody there, okay? I want y'all to know that. I'm not trying to like scare nobody or nothing like that, but if you hear something, there's somebody there. It's not a game, it's not a joke. There is no such thing as death. Death is a lie. They even taught you this in school, right? Y'all remember in physics, right? And I happen to get a 95 in physics. This was even before I was woke and started studying metaphysics. But they teach you what in school, right? Energy does not die, correct? We all know this, right? Energy does not die. It what? Energy is only transferred, right? Energy never dies. It's only transferred, right? So when somebody dies, right? Dies. When your heart stops beating, right? You're not dead. First of all, you're not this body. That's the first thing you have to understand. You're not this body. You are controlling the body from inside. If you get inside of a car and then your car battery die, are you dead? Are you dead? No, you're not dead. But you have to get out of that car. And you can't get out of that car as a solid. So you can only get out of that car as what? A gas, right? A gas, a vapor, which is what your soul changes to. Well, your soul is always a gas, but you embody that gas. So all a dead person is existence of a soul or spirit in a gaseous form. We exist in a solid form. When you become a gaseous form, you are therefore what we call a ghost. And all atoms vibrate, right? Ghosts vibrate on a different frequency, which you can't pick up because these vessels, which we created so that we can experience this realm, they have limitations to the amount of vibration they can perceive, right? The ears can perceive, no, I think the eyes can perceive 20,000, no, the ears can perceive 20,000 hertz, I believe it is. Y'all gotta watch my quantum physics lecture. But, you can only perceive a certain amount of hertz. It's like 20,000 hertz or something like that. These vibrations are beyond that. These are high vibrational beings, right? This is what conjuring is. And this is what they want to be you. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you get possessed, this is what possession is. There are beings around you right now. If you watching this video right now on everything, there are beings around you right now. Right now. They're a being sitting right next to you right now watching you watch this. And they can get inside you based on the amount of frequency you allow them to adjust to. There are some very low vibrational beings where when you drop your frequency low, this is why when you watch a scary movie, you'll have nightmares. Because what are scary movies for the purpose of? Scary movies are for the purpose of priming you for possession. Let me say that again. Scary movies are for the purpose of priming you for possession. Scary movies are for the purpose of priming you for possession. Because as you watch them, your frequency drops. And there are beings around you preying on you. And they want your frequency to drop. When you get scared, fear is a low vibration that invites entities into you that prey on that. All right. Let me not take too much long time on that. Hopefully everybody got it. You can feel free to comment if there's anybody who have any questions or concerns. Let me check the comments real quick. For anybody who watching this back, I'm gonna get back to it. I just want to check the comments because the people that's in here live, I got a lot of respect for y'all. There's 9 people in here right now. We know the symbolism behind the number 9 and the value behind that. So one love to everybody in here. Okay. Let me see what everybody said. Chanel said, very interested in it. Yeah. Dwayne Hicks said, keep it up, bro. I appreciate you. One love. Jeff from the Valley said, how can we tune into the sounds, but not the visuals though? Because you have to understand the organs of your body, they work differently. Like that's like saying, how come my kidney can process liquids and change it to urine, but my heart can't? Because the organs are meant for different purposes. The organ is meant to process blood. The kidney is meant to process liquids and what you call excrement and toxic chemicals that are inside your blood. So every organ has its own purpose. The retina, right, which is known as the iris, this is where Siri comes from. What is Siri spelled backwards? Iris, correct? And what is the iris? The iris is a portal. The iris is a portal. Look it up. The iris is a portal. It's what they call a dark hole. That's what this is. So you ever heard? See, you gonna get me deep, Jeff the Valley. I'm not trying to make this about that because I'm gonna put this on YouTube and I might scare some people away. But listen, y'all ever heard the statement, the eyes are the window to the soul, right? This is because your iris is an actual portal that someone can come through your eyes. So when you look somebody in their eyes, that's why it's a little scary at times to certain people because their vibration comes on to you. It's deep. But that's, I apologize if I didn't answer your question, Jeff from the Valley, but that's the best way I can explain it as to why your ears can perceive a different amount of frequency than your eyes, right? They don't work the same. They're not meant to work the same because we wouldn't be able to experience this realm as we do if we made them work the same, because there would be no difference between seeing and hearing if it wasn't. You get what I'm saying? Because everything is vibration. Everything is vibration. Like there is no such thing as sight. The only thing that sight is your iris or your ovula, the thing in your eye, right? Your retina, perceiving vibration at a certain frequency. And frequency, which means how often something happens, is referring to how frequent the atoms are moving in front of you, right? Let's not look, bro. When y'all ask these questions, you're gonna get me off topic. Hold on. All right. Sliced of Life said Monsters Inc. Exactly. All right. So nobody else said anything. I'm gonna keep on going. All right. Now, so I was talking about the burnt offering so that you understand how, the reason I said that, right, is because some people might not understand the science of why God wants you to burn something, right? Because you might be like, well, what do you want you to burn it for? Like, what's that about? Why he wants you to burn it? That's because you are literally giving it to him. Because when you burn it, it's going to convert itself to a gaseous form, which is a higher vibration than a solid form. Solid is the lowest vibration there is. So like this is a deep freezer. Y'all see my hair on there. Never mind that. This is a deep freezer in front of me right here. And this is a tablet, right? This is hard because these atoms are vibrating low, right? But this is a liquid, right? And it's moving like this so fluidly because the atoms are vibrating so fast that they can get in between other atoms. Like if I pour it on top, like if I drop this, like y'all see these cans of this. And by the way, I live with somebody else who doesn't eat like me. So don't think for a second that I put this poisonous shit in my body. Okay. At least not by choice. Right. But when you drop this, when I drop this, this is a solid, right? So when I drop this, It's solid. So the atoms are hitting each other. If I pour water on this, the water's gonna go through and around. It's gonna move because it's vibrating so fast that it's gonna go around it. Same thing for gas. If I blow on this, the air is gonna go around it straight, or sometimes straight through it, depending on, you know what I mean, how hollow it is. All right. This is what I was using to hold my phone up. Listen, y'all. Look. Y'all know I'm listen. Y'all know I'm Y'all know I'm, you know what I'm saying? I live in the projects. I'm from the hood. Ain't nothing cute, but you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing pretty around here. You know what I'm saying? Don't be looking for no riches and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I got cans of soup holding my phone up. I'm in the kitchen on a deep freezer. Hair ain't cut. Listen, and I purposely keep my hair like this because I don't want people to think that I give a fuck what you think about what my hair look like. Because if I get it cut, then you might think I care, and I really don't. So let me just make sure that I'm honest with you. This is me being honest, right? This is me being honest. I don't want to lie to you and make you think I give a shit what you think what my hair look like. All right, one love. Let's keep on going, y'all. All right. I'm not a liar. All right, let's keep on going. That was the burnt offering. All right, so look. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. Now, what is a kid, right? A kid is a baby goat. But what do they call children? What do they call children? One more time for the 3. What do they call children? Right. So 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Ahira, the son of Enon, right? And for those who don't know, a ram, a goat, a sheep, and a fucking, what's the other one? They're not the same thing, right? So like a ram is a male sheep, right? A goat is a female buck, right? Because some people think that rams and goats are the same thing, and they are not at all, actually. Rams are a different DNA species. They have a different genealogy than goats. Now they are of the same genetic structure, but they're different. Rams are to be equated with sheeps. They are male sheeps. Goats are female bucks. They're in a family of hooved creatures called deers. Even though rams are hooved too, but I'm just telling you that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's just a little sidebar for anybody who wanted to know that. I try to like give information whatever I can. Alright, alright, let's keep on going, y'all. We only on 7. I don't want to take too long because I got a lot of stuff I wanted to go over. Let's keep on. And this is all more information y'all can read, but I ain't highlighted, you know what I'm saying? Right. Alright, I ain't highlighting none of this. And when they say, look, I just happened to see something I want to point out. When they say cloud, they talking about God bringing himself into fruition, right? You said God finna make a feast, not children and a kid. Right. Alright, y'all, let's keep on going. Can I take a quick water break, y'all? My apologies, family. Alright. One love. Can anybody in here comment for me? Can anybody in here comment for me that you following? Like everybody was good? Can I get like a 9? If y'all busy and you doing something, you cooking, you can't touch the phone because you got ketchup and mayonnaise on your fingers and you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But for all of those who can y'all just like comment something, let me know y'all here with me, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Falana said DU, Jeff from the Valley said 111, Tiny Rich said alright. Alright. For those who don't know, right, this shirt right here, it says leave this to the professionals, and it's a video game controller. That's cause I be fucking niggas up on the sticks, boy. It's like back before I was woke and I was studying all of the stuff that I studied, biochemistry and all that type shit. I was a gamer. Alright, so I'm letting you know right now, if you watching this video and you play fighting games, I don't care if it's Mortal Kombat, I don't care if it's Tekken, I don't care if it's Dragon Ball Z, I don't care what it is, holla at me, I'll f you up, straight up. Leave it to the professionals. Alright, let's get back to it. And video games are nothing but, consciousness transfer. This is why when you play video games, you can be, y'all ever notice, look, let me give another quick little drop, because I like to make my videos just give some drop, right? Look up something called consciousness transfer. That'll help blow your mind, right? Oh, Janelle said, Tekken my shit, see me. Street Fighter my shit too, see me, right? But look, when you play a video game, you know how you playing a video. Jeff said cat. You know how you playing a video game, right? And somebody be talking to you. Hey, what you doing? And you like, they asking you want something to eat? You thirsty? Hey, I'm about to go to the store. Blah, blah, blah. You playing the game. 2 hours pass and then you be like, whew, shit, man, I'm hungry. Ma, where y'all at? Damn, where everybody at? Damn, people left. And you don't even know what happened, right? That's called consciousness transfer. And what a video game actually does is absorb your consciousness. We're about to go off, y'all. They saying I got 20 seconds left, okay? So we're going to come right back and we're going to pick up everybody that's in here. Come back in here. I got 9 people in here. I expect to see y'all back, all right? But that's called consciousness transfer. You can look that up. It's a real thing. They put people into computers. Siri is actually a person in a computer. And if you look up consciousness transfer, that won't sound weird to you, all right? Remember to be positive, optimistic, keep positive people.